On silent wings it stalks its prey, hiding in the night, waiting for the strike, before slipping quietly away. In this video we'll be asking, just how good is the Esperia Prowler? So grab your towel and come along to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Verse.
Quantum travel initiated.
To start, a disclaimer. We will never suggest making additional pledges to Star Citizen beyond the base starter packages, being the Aurora or Mustang, as that is all that is needed to play any part of the game. For this reason, whether we recommend a vehicle or not is based on grinding to buy in-game only. With that said, the value of the project is down to each individual, and to some an additional pledge is worth it, whilst to others it's not. Only you know what it is worth to you, so only you can make that choice. With that out of the way, the Esperia Prowler. Introduced 4 years ago in 2946, the Prowler is a modernised yet faithful recreation of the 5 centuries old Tevarin dropship. Once a blight in humanity's fight against the Tevarin, it now serves as a high stealth vessel for mercenary groups in need of a little secrecy. As the smallest and lightest of the medium class vessels, the Prowler is also the most nimble. With a pitch rate of 58 degrees per second and a yaw rate of 57, it comfortably outmaneuvers all other medium vessels, whilst trading blows with some of the small class medium fighters. It's fast too, with an SCM speed of 178 meters per second and a max speed of over 1100. It is only outpaced by the Cutlass Red and Blue, which is understandable seeing as they're emergency response vehicles. In atmosphere, the Prowler does well. The VTOL engines provide excellent flight characteristics at low altitude, low velocity. This is set to be further complemented at a later date, with the external Gravlev plates allowing the Prowler to run silently along the ground. Out of VTOL, however, the Prowler feels much heavier, with rolling especially feeling laboured, proving that it really is a medium ship. Additionally, it has a nasty tendency to pitch up. This is most likely a bug, but buyer beware nonetheless. The Prowler's primary focus is as a dropship, with 8 drop seats situated along the spine, each facing air-shielded portholes, and an additional 4 at the fore and aft of the craft. The Prowler allows for the rapid and efficient deployment of 2 full squads of troops. With its feathers folded along the ground acting as a deployable shield for its troop complement, the Prowler also doubles as a protective barrier when dropping into a live firefight, with its dorsal-mounted remote turret sporting twin size 3 hardpoints able to provide covering fire, so long as that's from an airborne craft, as the turret is incapable of aiming down. Nevertheless, it will certainly take the blows for you. With a hull HP of nearly 26,000, its hardiness is only outmatched by the Vanguard Hoplite in the medium class. Combined with its twin Sucheron shield generators, it will take every bullet that your opponents throw at you. Just be wary that if those shield generators do drop, they take a full 30 seconds before they begin to regenerate. That's assuming, of course, that the enemy sees you in order to launch any rounds. With a 30% reduction in all emission types, cross-section, infrared and electromagnetic, the Prowler ties with the Eclipse as the most stealthy vessel currently in game, capable of getting in close without being seen. Although if it is seen, then it has no concerns in fighting back. In addition to the remote turret, the Prowler also sports 2 size 5 hardpoints controlled by the pilot. Combined with its excellent agility for its size, this makes the Prowler a deadly opponent, matching DPS with the much lauded Vanguard series. Where it falls short, however, is in its lack of ordnance. If you like missiles, then the Prowler isn't for you. If something does go wrong, then reaching the components in a pinch is easy. With everything in close proximity to the pilot on the second deck, it takes seconds to reach any failing component. Just be sure that you have a co-pilot seated to take the wheel. Talking of the pilot's seats, the cockpit of the Prowler is without doubt one of the most visually stunning. With no place for glass in a Tevarin design, the AR cockpit unfurls in a mesmerising fashion as you take your seat. Moving to the rest of the interior, it's clear that the avian biology of the Tevarin species influences their designs. With exposed trusses and trellises, walking through the Prowler feels like walking through the upper boughs of a tree. From the exterior, it strikes an impressive silhouette, demonstrating without action that it's not to be messed with. The looks won't be for everyone, but it can't be denied that the Prowler stands out in the crowd. So is there a place for the Prowler? At 2.5 million UEC, the Prowler will run you $500,000 less than its nearest competitor, the Aegis Vanguard Hoplite. However, as a dropship, there is a limited use for the Prowler at this time, outside of being used by organisations who arrange skirmishes. As a medium-class fighter, however, the Prowler stands out from the crowd with the highest DPS potential. Placed up against the Vanguard Harbinger, however, and the Prowler hits a snag. At only 2 million credits, the Harbinger comes close enough in DPS, whilst also bringing to the table enough ordnance to level a space station. For those looking to pledge for the ship, the Prowler will also run you $150 more than the Harbinger, and $200 more than the Hoplite, so keep that in mind. Regardless, for now the Prowler cements itself as a top tier fighter craft. It's a steal at 2.5 million credits, and a price hike is almost a certainty in the future. And that's all on that. Let us know your thoughts on the Prowler down below. We'll be checking out every ship in the showdown over the next 2 weeks, but we're curious, which ones are you most excited to play with? And with that, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.